Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The topic today we are discussing is from the R Debate and Atheist thread, and the title is, Why Can Nobody Seem to Beat This Prick in a Debate? So the prick in question is Andrew Wilson. He's an Orthodox Christian nationalist who does debates, who does a show called The Crucible. A few years ago he did a debate with Matt Dillahunty, an atheist. And it didn't go very well for the atheist, let's put it that way. But before we get into what the Reddit threads say, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's just get straight into it. Title says, Why can nobody seem to beat this prick in a debate? Why can nobody from our team seem to beat this Andrew Wilson in a debate? I saw his debate with Matt Dillahunty and it's very frustrating to watch. Matt forfeiting and rage quitting all the time makes us look so bad. Here in the video I linked, he just debated this Craig guy about secular humanism and everybody seems to be concluding Andrew won this debate too. What is going on? Well, first of all, let me praise the self-awareness of this particular atheist, because as you're going to see in the comments, they don't have much of it. But if you actually watch the debate, and I'm going to link it in the description below, the debate on modern day debates, Matt Dillahunty literally quit in the middle of their opening statements. In fact, he texted James, the moderator, in the middle of Andrew's statement, which came after his, and he said he was already quitting over then because he was offended because of the smugness of Andrew Wilson. And you'll see it in the debate. Now, these people coping in the threads leave this part out. They leave the fact out that Matt also insulted him by calling him a name after he left. And he just rudely texted James to end the debate. As I said, don't take my word for it. I'll link it in the description below. You make up your own minds about it and comment about it if you so wish. But that's not why we're here. Today we're going to check the comments and what the atheists are saying. So this guy says, he conceded that debate at the very beginning and proceeded to spout transphobic and homophobic garbage. So Matt left and already won, not wanting to platform overt bigotry. Bad ideas that the community has rejected to not be platformed. We shall not be debating Nazis and white supremacists about the merits of anti-Semitism and otherwise racist conspiracy theories. This guy's no different. He's not looking for a debate, yada yada yada. Yeah, so you get the idea. He's basically saying, oh well, Matt didn't like what he said, therefore he just had to leave. Well, he didn't have to leave. He didn't insult anyone, he didn't call anybody a name, he didn't make any kind of moral prescription. He was just trying to get a realistic view of the secular humanist in practical life. He is a logician. Andrew Wilson is somebody who wants logic applied practically, and that is what Matt Dillahunty could not handle because he does not have an objective truth to look back to. Everything is relative or subjective. And well, the next comments are no different. It says here, dude is just a troll. It's the same reason Drumpf won. Repeat the same BS loudly and confidently and dumb people will just believe you. Don't take who wins a debate seriously. That's not the point. Never believe that the anti-semantics are completely unaware of the absurdity of their replies. They know that their remarks are frivolous, open to challenge, but they are amusing themselves, for it is their adversary who is obliged to use words responsibly since he believes in words. The anti-semantics have the right to play. They even like to play with discourse, for by giving ridiculous reasons, they discredit the seriousness of their interlocutors. They delight in acting in bad faith since they seek not to persuade by a sound argument but to intimidate and disconcert. Brother, have you ever watched a atheist experience show? That is literally what Matt does. He presses the pause button, he shouts over people, he gets aggressive. That's exactly what he does. Now, if that's his style, fine. But you can't come at Andrew Wilson, who might do exactly the same thing, and then rebuke him for it and use some quote. That is exactly, you had two very strong personalities debating a particular topic and the weakest one just walked out the debate. That is it. Now, we go to another one here. It says, why are you deliberately misrepresenting what happened? Andrew Wilson, in his debate with Dillahunty, completely refused to engage with the agreed upon debate topic. Not true. He just gave his opening statement, so there was nothing to engage with yet. constantly ignored the moderator to interrupt and digressed into blatant bigotry. The man called trans people deranged lunatics who will self-delete if you dare question them, not to even get into his blatantly homophobic, anti-Semitic and sexist diatribes. That's not a debate, he's abusing the platform to spread his vile hate. Well, there we go. So everything with these comments, as you can see so far, is just, oh well, he was bigoted. Oh well, he was smug. Oh well, he was anti-Semitic, even though there was not a single word of anti-Semiticism. Okay? Not a single word. You can watch the debate. He was not sexist. He talks about gender issues, yes, but in this particular debate, he did not mention that once. He was just trying to get the secular humanists' worldview of trans people, which is generally they think, oh well, a man can be a woman can be a man, and there is no objective truth to it. He was trying to get an objective truth out of a claim that they make. That's all he was trying to do. The debate had not even started yet. These were just the opening statements, and Matt got offended and ran out the debate. That's really all that happened here. But just go to get to these last few comments, guys. It says, have you considered the possibility that maybe YouTube only suggests his videos to the type of users that are likely to agree with him? No, the vast majority of the videos out there said Andrew Wilson won that particular exchange. That isn't his fans or people. I mean, I'm not a big fan of his. I like his style, but I'm not a big fan of his. But he obviously won that particular debate because, well, let's face it, Matt Dillahunty walked out there. Can't say I've ever heard of this person, but did he prove the existence of God? If not, then how did he win any of these debates? That's not the point. The point was the secular worldview versus the Christian worldview in this particular debate. Look up the topic. I don't know if this guy watched the video or not, but he should. Okay, next comment. He beats himself. He's such a dishonest person, and as such, there's no reason to engage him in a debate at all. If you can't be an honest interlocutor, then what's the point? Well, we're not getting a sense of whether he was going to be honest or not because the debate was put short. Matt walked out. We need more information and surely would have needed a further discussion between them in order to see whether Andrew would have been honest or not. And let's be honest, he would have been honest, and I think he even granted Dillahunty's worldview in order to make the argument objective. That was the aim. As you can see, guys, it's just delusion. It's just crying over words. Matt Dillahunty is one of the most hostile people you could ever have a debate with. He has demonstrated that many times for many years over and over. But no, dare Andrew Wilson do it for just 30 minutes, then it's a big problem. Okay, I think that's all for now, guys. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.